Hey guys, we are back with another skit review, and this is gonna be the one where Ashley picks up Lil D and talks to Ralphie and everything about it. The one thing about it is that I'm sorry, I agree with Ashley in reference to it because of the fact that if your child is not used to something, he should not have to see that where he goes to visit his father. Okay, and like he called his mom and told his mom, they sitting here arguing. Now, the only thing he didn't tell his mom, because I know he heard it, is that they was arguing about a gun being in the drawer. That's the one thing he did save y'all from, because if his mom would have found, if Ashley would have found out, he not coming back over there. Y'all leaving guns all out in the drawer, not even locked up and nothing. Nah, he ain't coming back over there. He ain't come back over there. But I agree with Ashley that if Ralphie want to be in his son's life, he got to actually obey by what his son is used to and not used to seeing. Okay, everybody didn't grow up in the hood like Jocelyn did. Everybody didn't grow up in foster care, So his son is not used to seeing certain things, and they gotta respect that. The second thing is with this whole Bethany Larry and Bethany trying to talk Brooke out of going to a HBCU. You don't even know shit about HBCU. You don't know shit about, and then y'all having these discussions, and you ain't even call Shara. Neither one of y'all called Shara to actually ask Shara what she think about this. Neither one of y'all did that. Like Shara not in the picture to actually make that decision. Shara is there, but neither one of y'all called Shara to ask her what she thinks about this. Y'all making that decision amongst yourself. And Brooke want to get, you know why Brooke going away 8 hours away? She want to get away from you and Bethany. She want to get away from her father and fucking Bethany. That's why. That's why she want to get away. She not choosing nothing local because she know y'all can pop up. She choosing somewhere where y'all can't fucking pop up at. So we'll see how this is gonna plan out. I know Destiny's a little sad because she's choosing to go so far away. But Destiny, don't worry about it. You're making friends now. You doing the things you doing. You continue doing what you need to do. Don't even worry about that shit. But she's choosing to get away from Bethany and Larry. And Bethany's talking something. Well, you want to choose a mixed university, a mixed college. Maybe you want to sit your ass down. See, you don't want to go on the HBCU campus tour, Bethany, because as soon as you start doing that racist shit, oh, they will beat your ass, and ain't gonna be shit Larry gonna be able to do because they'll beat his ass too for bringing you there. They will literally beat both of y'all asses. Okay, so you go right ahead. But the HBC, I feel like every child should actually go to a HBCU because the experience is top notch. Depending on the HBCU you go to, the experience itself is top notch. And some of these kids that says that they had a bad experience, some of them is because they actually do certain shit that actually causes it. Like they don't want to pay their bill on time. They don't want to pay for housing, but they want to sneak in housing. They don't understand that their meal card is attached to their bill. So if you got outstanding bill, yes, your meal card is not gonna work because you ain't paid for it. They want to pre-select what they want to pay for in their tuition, and that's not how that works. It's no pre-selecting what you want to pay for. And but a HBCU, I'm gonna tell you, no. I have worked at predominant white schools and I have worked at HBCUs, and I will tell you, my best experience has always been working at HBCU. I truly loved and enjoyed what I did at an HBCU. Okay, because the students I will see that will come into my office or anything like that, you could see how much you helped them. Even when I had to put my foot down and say, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. I had students that would come like a good the next semester over, and be like, you know what? If it wasn't for you doing what you did, I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to be successful right now. I was being lazy, and you saw me. You saw I was being lazy, and you pushed me, and you actually pushed me to a corner that okay, and you even told me that okay, now if you put a person in an environment to succeed, what is that person going to do? Are they going to adapt to that environment? Are they going to actually fail in that environment? And the one thing I would teach my students is no, you are human. You're going to adapt to the environment, but then you also going to find a way of actually excelling to exceed out of that environment. That's what we do. And they were telling me, you know what? If it wasn't for you telling me that, I wouldn't even be looking back at what I was doing. I need you to tell me that. Everybody else was just kicking a can down the road, kicking the can down the road. Now I'm 4 years in and I owe $18,000. How the hell I'm gonna do that? How the hell I'm gonna do that? Because everybody else was kicking the can down the road, thinking that they was helping me. They wasn't helping me. They was making my problem much bigger, and I wasn't gonna be able to tackle it until the end. And by that time, ain't nobody gonna want help. So that's the whole point, that you gotta actually review, because it's like you want to be able to support your students. You want to be able to support your students and be there for your students. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the Talk to the Table. Let's chat. Continue to like, share, and subscribe, and continue to leave your comments. I am Tasha, and Wayne, don't even try to actually have that damn white lady talking about something. You can't go to a HBCU. Why do you want to choose to go to a HBCU? Really? Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're really doing? Okay. Thank you, and we'll actually be back on a new skit review.